It's awesome. It's just you can feel the energy. Everyone's ready to be there, all excited. The weather was awesome today. Couldn't beat it. It was just happy vibes all around, and it was good to go. It was a great feeling.
Welcome to episode 339 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland, and let's get caught up on what has been a busy couple of weeks in this province's baseball world. We'll start in the bigs, where Eric Sabrowski made his return to the Cleveland Guardians on Friday. He pitched a perfect ninth inning with 2 strikeouts in a 5-0 loss to St. Louis. He was back on the mound Canada Day, and for the first time in his MLB career, gave up a regular season run. Kind of. The Absolute Human Performance alum pitched a scoreless 7th against the Cubs, then gave up a single to Pete Crow Armstrong in the 8th before being pulled. PCA was then the force out on a fielder's choice off the bat of Dansby Swanson, who came around to score a couple of batters later. Baseball's a funny game with numbers sometimes, so that run was weirdly on Eric. Calgary's Michael Soroka had a solid performance on Saturday with the Washington Nationals against Mike Trout and the Los Angeles Angels.
27-year-old right-hander Michael Soroka, the native of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, is on the mound for the Nationals.
And slap one to left field. James Wood coming in, and a shoot top grab for James.
Great play by James Wood.
Fastball by him. Michael Soroka, career high in strikeouts his last time out against the Dodgers, and strikes out a generational hitter here to end a 1-2-3 first. Another fastball past him. 2 Ks for Soroka tonight, both on that heater. Oh, that's filthy on the curveball. Kevin Newman almost ended up in the Angels dugout by the time that one was caught by Riley Adams. Blows him away with the fastball. And an exploding heater from Soroka. Got him. Another strikeout of Moore. Make it 5 for Soroka through 5 great innings here in Anaheim. And gets a weak pop-up off the bat of Shawnuel. Luis Garcia Jr. will take care of it. And Michael Soroka works through that 6th inning and keeps this game tied. What an outing for him tonight.
Soroka allowed just 1 run on 2 hits and a walk while striking out 5 in 6 innings of work. That came after an outing against the Dodgers June 22nd, where he struck out 10 and 5+. Unfortunately, the bullpen fell apart on him, and the Angels won that latest contest 8-2. Soroka's now 3-5 on the season with a 4.70 ERA in 11 starts. One guy possibly on the cusp of getting the call-up might just be Tristan Peters, who put the Raps on an outstanding June.
Swing by Peters, deep ball, right center. Ciani back to the track, to the wall. Grand slam, Tristan Peters. Clocks it just over the railing into the berm in right center field. Peters has driven in 5. And the Bulls take a 6-0 lead in the 2nd inning.
The Dogs product at .385 during the month with 5 homers, 27 RBI, and 5 stolen bases, while almost nightly making highlight reel grabs. You may have seen on social media the piece done on Canada Day during Blue Jay Central with Jamie Campbell and John Morosi, where they talked specifically about Peters and how it's possible he gets called up to the Rays when rosters are expanded later this summer, if not earlier. Speaking of big Junes, how about Innisfail's Nathan Flewelling? The Red Deer Minor Baseball St. Joe's Academy Sylvan Lake Gulls alum has found his groove with the Single-A Charleston River Dogs.
Has fly deep to left, long run for Glad towards the corner. That ball is there. Isaac in from second base, and Flewelling ties the game.
Flew hit .274 with 2 homers and 20 ribby during the month, capturing the attention of a few Tampa Bay Rays prospects watchers. One of the big storylines over the past couple of weeks has been Dogs alum Gavin Logan. After spending most of the past few seasons with the High A Hillsboro Hops, he was promoted 2 levels to the AAA Reno Aces June 19th to provide some catching depth. However, he came through with his first AAA hit a day later.
2-0. Line drive out to right center. This one gets down for Logan's first AAA hit. And it drives in Weber. It's a 1-1 tie.
And his bat kept doing the talking as Logan hit .500 with 3 doubles and 2 RBI in 12 at-bats before being sent back down to Hillsboro on Sunday. And Wetaskiwin's Matt Kootenay also found some life in June. The St. FX alum hit .282 with 5 homers and 12 RBI on the month with the High A Tri-City Dust Devils. He's now hitting .268 on the campaign with 11 homers and 33 RBI. Lots of news and notes as well from around the minors, and we probably could be here all day, to be honest with you, so just a couple of more. Former Okotoks Dogs outfielder Titus Dimitru is on the move. The 2024 16th round pick of the Atlanta Braves has been sent to the Pittsburgh Pirates, along with some cash for right-hander Hunter Stratton. And fellow Dogs alum Eric Hartman is back with the single-A Augusta Green Jackets after a stint on the IL. Over to the WCBL now, and the Saskatoon Berries continue pacing the league in the weekly power rankings thanks to a 22-3 record as we record this episode. The Okotoks Dogs are second at 20-8, while the Medicine Hat Mavericks round out the top three at 18-10. The players of the week, at least according to Clark and I on the WCBL's weekly report, were Ethan Menard of Saskatoon, who hit 6 home runs in 3 games, while Connor Croson of Okotoks hit for the cycle against Lethbridge and was a terror at the plate all week. The big spotlight, of course, was on the Canada Day kinda long weekend, depending on who you ask about that Monday, where more than 41,000 fans made their way through the turnstiles over the course of those 5 days. We'll talk a little bit more about our country's birthday with a couple of guests coming up. In the West Coast League, the Edmonton Riverhawks had a massive crowd on hand for their Canada Day party. 9,200 fans packed in to watch as they beat Port Angeles 6-3 to cap off their first half, finishing third in the North with a 13-11 record. Some college commitment news to pass along, and we'll start with Mr. Sylvan Lake Tyler Boudreau, who's announced he's transferring to the University of Alabama after spending this past spring at Texas Tech, where he went 1-4 with a 6.65 ERA in 13 appearances. Dogs Academy infielder Tristan Reynolds is heading to Douglas College, while Dogs teammate Hayden Galvin has signed on with McCook Community College. The Alberta Amateur Baseball Council unveiling the male roster for the Canada Summer Games this past week. Coached by Dwayne Lawler, it'll feature a few familiar names, including Cohen Miller and Preston Toshnick. We'll be introducing you to a few of the rising Alberta stars in the weeks ahead, starting this week with Calgary's Calum Andersen in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, just after last week's episode dropped, the Team Alberta 19U women's roster was unveiled, including friends of the show Sydney Barry, Claire Hingley, and Juliana Scott. That tournament gets going at Weber Academy July 31st. The 14U and 16U rosters are now set, so we're now just waiting on the women's open roster. Lots of tournaments held recently thanks to the end of the school year, and congratulations first off to the Dogs 18U Black Squad on winning the Kurt Daniels Invitational in Portland, Oregon. Friend of the show Tate Thierman was named tournament MVP. The Calgary Premier Blues took the Medicine Hat Legion Canada Day tournament. The 12U and 14U all-girls Oil Giants out of Fort McMurray won the Baseball Alberta Girls League Provincial Crowns. The Medicine Hat Junior Mavericks won the Weber Academy Canada Day Classic 13U AAA Division, while the host Wildcats won the 19U event. And a side note to that tournament is that AHP's Sam Davis threw a no-hitter in a 13-0 victory over the Calgary Cubs. It's going to be a busy summer indeed, with a few big tournaments coming up, including the Senior Little League Nationals coming to Calgary July 13th to 20th, the Junior Little League Nationals in Lethbridge July 22nd to 30th, and the Baseball Alberta Elite League Championships July 31st to August 3rd, amongst many others. So stay tuned for more updates on those. All right, that was a lot. Time for less of me and more of our guests. And we first introduced you to the idea of the In the Dugout interviews a while back, where Ian and I have shorter chats with players at games that we attend. There was a lot of them this past week, so instead of one on this episode, we're giving you 4. All from the Western Canadian Baseball League. We'll open things up with the player sitting on top of the WCBL's batting average leaderboard most of the summer so far. Medicine Hat infielder Carter Roth is hitting .446 as we record this, with a homer and 28 RBI in 25 games. The Stratford, Ontario native and Doane University junior has gone just 4 games without a hit all summer. Our Ian Wilson caught up with Roth at Athletic Park last weekend.
Carter, I guess why don't we start, let's go origin story with you. How did you get into baseball in the first place?
Yeah, so back home in Tavistock, Ontario, where I grew up playing fast pitch. That was like where my baseball career started. Yeah. Played there for a long time, longest as I can remember. That and hockey was the 2 sports I got into.
Very Canadian, of course.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Grew up watching the stars there in the World's competition, Cephas Road tournament. That's my great uncle.
Okay.
So I was seeing teams from around the world. So that's what I grew up off of, and that's what I fed for. And then in my later years, ended up representing Ontario in the Canadian Championship. Tried out for Team Canada for fast pitch while also playing hockey.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that COVID happened, see where that went, but from fast pitch I actually got recruited to go play baseball for the Ontario Nationals.
Okay.
So it's just a club team. I was doing both fast pitch and baseball.
Yeah.
Just a club team. We went to the States,
Yeah.
played a few JUCOs, and lucky enough there was a coach there that ended up wanting me.
Yeah.
During that 2-year lull of COVID, I was just working that whole time, and then I remember pushing towards the end of COVID, and my hockey career was kind of ending.
Yeah.
Reached out to that coach and was like, hey, is there any chance that I can accept that offer now? And ended up having to smooch a little bit my way through that, and he was like, you know what, I'll take a chance on you. Ended up doing really good out there. Broke the hitting record at Colby Community College, and
a lot of Alberta guys at Colby. Did you have a lot of Alberta teammates there?
Yeah, I did. I had played with the 4 Volcano brothers.
Okay.
The older brother Liam, and then Aaron, John, and Adam here.
Yeah.
And now, luckily enough, at Doane, I'm playing with John and Aaron. I was playing with John and Aaron at Doane University for our next chapter. So, and then a lot of Albertans out there in Colby.
Is that how you got recruited to the Mavs? Was it through the Volcano?
Actually, John, he was talking to me. He's like, hey, do you want to have the best summer of your life? And I was like, absolutely. He's just like, well, I got a spot for you. So he put in a good word, and it's been fun ever since.
Well, looking at the numbers, you are having the best summer. I know the numbers at Doane were good, but you're just shredding on batting average and RBI. Like, you're putting together a phenomenal year. What's working so well for you this summer?
Honestly, it's just the environment that I'm in. It allows me to be the player that I want to be.
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. We have a good group of guys here where we just lean on each other, and famous saying around here is just amnesia. Like, every time you go up to the plate, it's just a new at bat. Whether good or bad, stay neutral. No emotional hitting, and hype up the boys around you, and that's just like an environment where I've been able to thrive in.
Even when you're playing as well as you are, you're still trying to park it a bit, or you let it linger a bit?
There's a few times where you let it eat a little bit, but then those times where you stretch too big, you get humbled, and it's like right back. Just go back to the player that you are. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been good.
And this is first season in the WCBL. What are your impressions of the league so far?
It's amazing. The atmosphere is great. Wherever we go, on the road, whatnot, it's great. Especially playing at home. Home's the best place to play, especially Medicine Hat. That's the best play.
You're also going to get a treat coming up here because Canada Day is coming up. You're a Canadian guy. Tell me about just looking forward to that, because that's always a packed house. You get that's a fun day for any baseball fan or player.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing playing on Canada Day. Playing in the States for so long, you hear the American national anthem all the time, and it's nice to be back home playing Canadian soil.
Awesome. Just a few quick fun ones for you. Favorite baseball movie?
Oh, baseball movie? Definitely Major League 2.
Okay.
Major League 2.
The second one?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay. Favorite food at the ballpark?
Ooh, ballpark food?
Yeah.
It's got to be popcorn, I love popcorn, just salty treats.
Yeah, so. Okay. And just give us a scouting report on you as well. Like, how would you describe yourself if you're a introspective scouting you?
Yeah, if I was scouting me, I'm a tough guy to get out. I'm a tough out, and that's just for the scouting report, best thing is allow me to make the mistake, because if you throw anything over the plate, I'll find a way to get on.
Yeah.
And defensively, I think it's pretty good defender.
Yeah.
And kind of just hit balls, find the gap, because I'll make an athletic play.
Tell me what your walk-up song is, and how did you land on it?
What's the Difference by Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Okay.
So that was my walk-up. Actually, in college, at Doane, I was with a buddy, and we were going through a bunch of songs, and we were going through classic rap and stuff, and I came across this one. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Just the drums, the bass into it. So, and that's just what got me hooked.
Yeah, it's amazing how much work goes into it, but obviously it's paying off this summer.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Last one for you. What after this summer? What's the next plans for you?
After this summer, I plan on going back to school, finishing my degree in environmental science.
Yeah.
I have my girlfriend out in Colorado.
Okay.
We've been together for 4 years. And she's actually a PTA in Cedar Edge, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
She helps me out a lot with my injury, whenever I'm sore, my injuries and whatnot. She'll bring out all of her tools every time she comes and visits me. So it's been really helpful to have a personal trainer just like that, just helping me out. So
is she coming to the hat to?
Yeah. So she came last week and she was able to come check it out, and she loved it. It was awesome. Good. Brought all of her tools too, and she was able to scrape my thighs and everything that's just been hurting me, but a lot of baseball, but it's good. It's good. But after this summer, just go to school, get my degree, and see what doors open up.
That night, the Mavericks were home to Kai Langford and the Regina Red Sox. The 6'5" right-hander has been outstanding this season, going 3-1 with a 3.80 ERA in 4 starts, including a 7-inning complete game shutout of Sylvan Lake June 22nd. The Houston, Texas native and Mineral Area College sophomore is enjoying his time in the Great White North.
Kai, first of all, just give us a bit of a rundown, your origin story on baseball. How did you get into the game in the first place?
I got into the game because my dad, he grew up playing baseball. We grew up playing all sports, honestly, but he stuck with baseball. Played at A&M, and he was a catcher for his life. And so he made me into a catcher for my entire life, basically. And I went to college.
Pitcher's best friend.
And then I went to college, and I started pitching, and I was like, man, I kind of like this. So I just kept on pitching.
And where is home for you? And tell us about the college season you're coming off of.
I'm from Houston, Texas. It's small, well, not small at all, sorry. But, big town in Texas. It's a great place. And season I just had at school for Mineral Area College. It's in Park Hills, Missouri. I think I threw around 60 innings, won about 10 games. And we were one game away from going to the JUCO World Series, but we couldn't end up winning that one, so we got a little short there, but it was a really good run. It's a good year.
And tell me about how you ended up in Regina. How did you get recruited here?
Some of my teammates at that college, they came up here this past year, and they told me whenever they came back, they're like, dude, you have to come to this place. It's a lot of fun. Different part of the country, like, might as well. And I figured I get to go see Canada. I mean, play baseball while I'm at it. Might as well.
Is this first time in Canada?
First time,
Awesome. And early impressions of what you've seen? I know you're on the bus a lot, but...
people are a lot nicer on the roads. For sure. Houston, everybody's kind of pretty mean. But everybody's a lot nicer on the roads. Whenever you're walking, like, a crosswalk, the cars actually let you pass. That one's still a little bit of a shock to me. Where I'm from, the cars pass, and then you wait on the crosswalk.
Fair enough. And tell me about, you're having a great season so far. The numbers look great. Strikeout numbers are good. The ERAs look good. The win totals are good. What's going well for you?
Really just my curveball. My curveball's been really good this year. I've been able to throw it in any count that I feel like. And my velocity's been a bit better than school, which is why I feel like I've been pitching better than I did in school. And even at school, I feel like I still pitch very well. So just that curveball and having that third pitch as a changeup too. It's been really effective for me.
So fastball, curveball, changeup, is that kind of the repertoire?
And then every now and then we got a little cutter. It depends on the day for that one. Some days it's a fastball and some days it's a cutter, and I like it. So.
Tell me about the competition you've faced so far. Like, what are your impressions of the level of play that you've seen here?
So far, the last team I faced, I thought they were pretty good. I mean, I went 7 innings against them, but the swings they took and the at-bats they had were all very competitive.
Who was that? Which team?
Saskatoon, not Saskatoon. Medicine Hat, I believe.
Okay, so good stuff. And then just a few fun ones for you. Favorite baseball movie?
I'm probably going Sandlot, honestly. Ooh, no, I take that back. I'm going Everyone's Hero.
Oh, I haven't seen that. What's that? Give me the rundown on that one.
It's a talking baseball that's in New York. And this kid has to return. He somehow gets in contact with, like, Babe Ruth and, like, all these guys. Not Babe Ruth. I forgot who it was, honestly, but he gets in contact with them, and they leave their bat somewhere. And he has to go bring it back to them with the ball, and then eventually he gets an at-bat in one of the games. He gets an inside-the-park home run because the other team made a bunch of errors. But
awesome.
I liked it.
I'll have to look for that one. And then favorite stadium food?
So far, I'm going poutine. That stuff is pretty good. We don't have that where I'm from.
You know, a lot of Americans are not fans of poutine, and I never understood it because I'm like, cheese, gravy, fries. It sounds like right up your alley, right?
What more do you want there?
And then favorite stadium that you either played in or visited as a fan?
I would say probably Yankee Stadium.
Oh, you've been there? Nice.
Visited there for a few weeks, went to a few games. It was a good time.
Nice.
Or the Cardinal Stadium, because whenever their closer comes out, the entire stadium turns red.
Yeah.
Like every light in the stadium turns red, and I think that's one of the coolest things I've seen in baseball, honestly.
Awesome. And then last question for you, what's kind of next for you after the summer here?
I'm planning on going to Southeastern University. It's a NAIA in Lakeland, Florida. They just lost the LSUS in the championship. LSUS took their perfect run all the way to the World Series, kept it going. So
you had some talks with Jackson about that?
Oh yeah, he's told me a little bit about their coaches, how they are, and it seems like it's a really good spot.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get to say a little bit of stuff to me because they won, and I can't really say anything back. But
it's hard to argue with a perfect record,
right? We'll get him back next year. That's all I can say.
Awesome.
Then it was my turn to get in the dugout for Canada Day in Lethbridge as the Bulls hosted the Weyburn Beavers for a doubleheader. The Lethbridge starter for the first game was Vauxhall Academy alum Brett Getz, who we first got to know back on episode 244 of the show. The Medicine Hat native is now a freshman at Eastern Arizona College and is having a stellar season, going 1-1 with a 2.70 ERA in 5 games with the Bulls.
Brett, long time no hear from. Let's start off with the here and now. What's it like standing up on the mound, ready to throw first pitch in a Canada Day game?
Oh, it's awesome. It's just, you can feel the energy. Everyone's ready to be there, all excited. The weather was awesome today. Couldn't beat it. It was just happy vibes all around, and it was good to go. It was a great feeling.
Do you remember the moment when Coach says, you're the guy for the afternoon game on Canada Day?
Yeah, I do remember it. I'm staying at Bergman's house, so he just told me at the supper table, he's like, hey, you got the afternoon game, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be packed, gonna be a lot of fans there. I was all excited, so it's a great feeling, actually.
Do you have to take that step back, especially being a guy who's been around this park for a while and being like, I was kind of hoping to do this at some point one day, and now here I am?
Yeah, no, I pitched here probably 20 starts here with Vauxhall throughout my years, and then now it was just like right back to it. And I've been here for a couple Canada games, and I was like, damn, that'd be pretty cool to pitch in. And then now again to be that guy was pretty neat. So
does the feels kind of come into play, especially around the anthem time? Is that when you really kind of go, okay, this is for real? I guess we got to do this thing now.
Oh yeah, when I was running out there, you see like everyone's wearing a little red, and it's like, oh, we're Bulls, you don't got the red, but it was like, oh, Canada Day, and then you get the anthem going, and it was just a whole different type of feel today. And it was nice, but great feeling though.
Very cool. On the Canadiana side of things, I've seen a lot of videos, guys sharing with their American buddies the ketchup chips as an example, or coffee crisps. What's one thing that you got to make sure that the boys who aren't from here know about Canadian-wise?
So a big thing for us was actually like one of our first road trips on the bus. We stopped at a gas station, and everyone got all-dressed chips. And they were like, they didn't know what flavor it was or anything, but they loved it. And then, I mean, it's one of my favorites too. So I mean, I was like all in for that one, and then just stealing from them too. So it was good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
As far as the season so far, how are you feeling about your performance at this point, and of course about the team and the way things have been going for the team?
I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I've been pitching pretty well, decently. Could go a little longer than usual sometimes, I'm feeling like, but it's been good though. Been really nice with the team, and we've been hitting well. Like we can hit the crap out of it sometimes, and we got a bunch of home run pop too, which is very nice to see. And then it's been very comfortable to pitch a lot of times too, because a lot of times we got the lead, and it's just going out there comfortable, up by 3-4 already. You don't got to worry about anything, which is always a great feeling to have.
I was going to ask about that side of it, is as a pitcher, when you get a couple of run support, how key is that, especially in easing yourself, but also maybe allowing you to go a couple of extra innings so that that bullpen doesn't get run down, especially as you get the summer going on and you get ready for playoffs.
Exactly. You can kind of just like take that little breath and start hunting guys a little more. You can get away with a changeup down the middle or a slider down the middle. It doesn't really hurt you because you're up by 5 already, but it just allows you to attack hitters a lot easier when you're already up from our hitters, which is very nice.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, you're taking on a bigger role this year with the Bulls. How have you found that adjustment and being able to be one of the guys that they can count on a game-to-game basis?
Oh, I'm loving it. I just going out there every day with the guys. They make it a lot easier showing up to the ballpark. It's always fun, and going out there is just like a game. It's always fun with them, and it's been a great year so far. They make it way easier on me, and good defense behind you, and it's all good.
Second half of the season's upon us now. What's the message in the room right now as you guys get ready to really kind of ramp things up and get ready for hopefully a long playoff push?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the dog days for summer here because we're getting through a couple, because we had the rain out where we lost a couple off days, and then we're getting like 6-7 games in about 5 days. So I mean, everyone's just kind of a little tired, banged up, and just got to get through these last couple of days, and we got two off days coming up, and then we'll be ready to roll. We should be a good, fun second half.
Has there been much talk in the room about like what you got to do to get to that next level? Last year, I said the Bulls were one of the quietest 36 win teams I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you came within an out of basically beating out Okotoks and maybe going all the way. What do you got to do to get to that next level, or what's being talked about in the room to elevate yourselves to get to there?
I think just consistency day and day, like bringing the energy all the time is like, because like you see, like sometimes people will be like, the other teams will be down, and it's like you can tell from the beginning of the game that they just don't really have it. But for those teams that are always constantly up, no matter if they're winning, losing, doesn't really matter the score, those are the teams you kind of want to look out for, because they're never really out of it. So that's kind of the team we're striving to be over this next couple months. So I think that's what will help us to a playoff push.
Fantastic stuff. Final question for you. I know I've already asked you the story about what baseball means to you. So what's it mean to you to be able to be in a uniquely Canadian league as a young Canadian kid, getting a chance to do what you're doing now?
It's incredibly awesome, because it brings me back to all the guys I used to play high school with and all my best friends that I've grown up with. But then it also brings guys from across all of the country, and I can show them the stuff that I've done all of my life as a kid. And it's just kind of bring them around to all the neat Canadian kind of stuff, which is just awesome.
It's been awesome getting a chance to catch up with you. Really appreciate the time, Brett. Best of luck going forward, and thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And an old friend of the show also stopped by for a visit in Lethbridge. White Rock, BC native and University of Calgary Dinos hurler Ethan Webster has spent the last 3 summers with the Weyburn Beavers and also took to the hill in the Canada Day twin bill at Spitz Stadium, allowing 1 run on 3 hits and 2 walks with 3 strikeouts in 3 innings of work during the afternoon affair. He's been a workhorse out of the bullpen for a Beavers team that has had its struggles in the first half.
First off, what's it like going onto the mound on a Canada Day?
Oh man, it's really special. I think it hit me today during the anthem, just looking at the crowd and seeing all those people, and realizing how special it is to not only play collegiate baseball in Canada, but then extend that to here and be back at this park that the playoffs are at. And I don't know, it's just really special to hear all the fans cheering, and just a lot of positivity today, and see all our American teammates really get into it wearing the Canada gear, and it was really fun. It was really, really fun.
What's been the highlight for you this year around? I've seen a lot of guys teams doing social posts about eating ketchup chips as an example. Has there been anything that you've been dogging the American guys about particularly?
I mean, not really. It seems like we got a lot of guys that, have adapted to the culture pretty quick, and, a lot of the Americans we have are returners. They know what to expect, and we're an older team, so lots of guys know what the deal is. Not really that I can think of, honestly, some jabs here and there about candy or drinks, but nothing too serious.
For sure. What's the one thing that you look at that's Canadiana in your eyes? It's like, I got to show the Americans this when they first show up.
Oh, man. See, I feel like it's got to be certain soda and energy drink flavors that guys are like, what is that? And they've never seen before. And I'm a big caffeine guy now that I'm getting older. I need it to get me going. So, I mean, that's probably my favorite one, is seeing reactions to that.
Going back to the on-field product here, obviously the result didn't end the way you wanted to in this first game, but overall, talk about the season to this point and how you're feeling about the Beavers. It's been a crazy stretch. You've been on the road a lot. What's the vibe in the room right now?
I mean, it would be real easy to say this could have gone, one bounce could have gone this way and one bounce could have gone that way, and we'd be in a completely different spot. But I think we just need to stay with our game and watch what's happened so far and really focus on this second half upcoming and treat it like we're starting the season again from day one. Because obviously lots of stuff hasn't gone our way, a few calls here and there, a few bounces here and there, but at this point none of that matters. We have to hit the reset button. We got to relax and just chill out, play our game. We got a really talented team this year, lots of good arms, lots of real good bats, great defensively, probably best defensive team that I've seen since I've been out here. Our middle infield's really solid, and our starters have been real good for us too, giving us a chance to win. So I think it's just staying calm, don't press the panic button, and go from here. Start starts today.
You've been around the league enough to know, too, that you've seen teams get hot at the right times, right? You think about Medhat a couple of years ago, even Moose Jaw last year was one of the better teams in the second half. How much of that is, especially as a veteran, preaching that to some of the younger guys or reminding the guys that have been around, like, hey, don't push the panic button. Hey, this is easily turning into our favor. As long as we get into the dance, anything can happen kind of thing.
I mean, that's always on my mind. It's very similar with the CC Season 2, where it's 32 games, everyone makes the playoffs, and it's about what team gets hot at the right time. This year, TRU got hot at the end of the season in that league and made a real good playoff run. Same thing with you were talking about Moose Jaw last year. Just snuck into the playoffs and ended up in the finals, almost winning the whole thing. So I think it's really, right now, all we have to focus on is catching up to them, getting that playoff spot, getting hot, and going from there and taking it one game at a time. That's the thing. Like, you win one game, you win another, all of a sudden, 2 streak, right? And then you keep building from there. And I think that's really important. We go 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, we're in a real good spot.
Kind of making this all go full circle here. Canada Day in a uniquely Canadian league. What's that mean to you to be able to see all of Western Canada from, the humble upbringings in BC to Alberta and Calgary to, Weyburn, Saskatchewan, being able to see all of that in your young journey so far?
Doesn't feel like a young journey. But, man, it's so hard to describe how special it's been from, the rainy games in BC and Cloverdale and the freezing cold windy games in Alberta and the night games in Saskatchewan, completely clear skies, and just getting to take in how special it is to have been able to experience all of these different places and get to play with all of these different fantastic, amazing people that I met, all these amazing coaches, all these amazing people that cover the game like yourself. Like, it's just really special to see that, and really special to keep it in Canada, keep it in the country that I love, that I grew up in, and bring more awareness to not only this league but to the CCBC as well. And high school guys, younger guys coming up, like especially on this team, being like, hey, like, ball in Canada's a good option. School's good. The level of ball is certainly a whole lot higher than where I started, and you get to see a lot of really beautiful places. And I'm just really grateful for this chance today. Super cool to pitch today, and get to represent Canada on a Canadian team as a Canadian guy.
Absolutely. Well, Ethan, always a pleasure getting to chop shop with you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And our final guest this week is a rising star in this province. Calum Andersen was born in Scotland before moving with his family to Calgary at the age of 2. The now 6'4", 15-year-old has been a force on the mound everywhere he's gone, moving to Vauxhall Academy over the past year to build up his pitching resume. It's earned him plenty of attention, including an invite to the Prep Baseball Future Games, and most recently was named to Team Alberta for the Canada Summer Games. We'll be chatting with a few players from that team in the weeks ahead, and we'll start things off with Calum Andersen. Calum, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's start with the latest piece of news. You're heading to the Canada Summer Games to represent Alberta. How excited are you for that opportunity?
It means a lot. I think it's an honor to be able to represent your province and at such a big event. It's super cool, and I'm very excited.
When you look at that roster, I know you've played with a bunch of those guys already. What do you figure you bring to the table? What kind of team can we expect going out east?
I think our team, pitching-wise, I know it's going to be very strong, and our hitters, I think we have real potential to win the tournament, and I know our guys will get it done when they need to.
Obviously, winning the tournament is goal number one, but on a personal level, do you have any goals or expectations going into an event like that?
Honestly, I try to put out my best effort and help the team in any way we can win. So if that's throwing one inning, and I'll do whatever it takes to throw one inning, but if it's meaning to go deeper in a game, I'll do that as well and just do anything to win.
For sure. It's kind of a mini Olympics. It's got an athlete village from what I understand. You're getting to meet some new people from different sports. It's not that baseball-centric tournament. It's got everything. How stoked are you for that aspect of this experience?
I think that'll be pretty cool. I know I have a few buddies going for different sports, but I've done the Alberta Summer Games, and it was quite similar. It was pretty cool. That was super cool, and you got the Olympic like idea behind it with the Athlete Village. So I'm very excited for that.
For sure. You and I were talking off air about this. You've repped Alberta before. So what's it like that first time when you get to pull on that Alberta jersey and go, hey, this is what I get to do for the next little bit here, repping the colors of your home province?
It's definitely an honor. And it feels like you work hard for that moment. And then when you're finally there, it's definitely very surreal thinking about that you're one of the best and you're able to put on the jersey and you're very honored to do so, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, you've got a busy summer ahead. You got the prep baseball future games at Lake Point coming up as well. How excited are you for that opportunity too?
I'm extremely excited for that. I think that's going to be one of the coolest events, and hopefully it can change my life a little bit with college baseball, and that'll be awesome.
We'll get into the college baseball side of things and what you're looking for in a school in a second, but I want to circle back on this prep thing. How much of it is as much as wanting to showcase yourself, but also maybe learning a little bit? How much of it is going to be you being a sponge, I suppose, in a situation like that?
I think, the sponge is a good term. Just trying to soak it in and see how I match up against some really good competition in the U.S. I'll be excited to do that.
Mm-hmm. Looking ahead to the summer as well and even into the fall, you have anything else on your bucket list to get done before 2025 turns the chapter?
Heading to after the future games, I'm actually going to the New Balance Future Stars combine, so I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously the summer games in Newfoundland. That's currently on my schedule, and I'm very excited for the two events.
Very cool. I always love the story of the background story. So let's go into your baseball past here a little bit, Calum. Originally from Calgary, how did you get into baseball in the first place?
My oldest brother started playing baseball. So we actually moved from Scotland because my dad was working there, and he came to Calgary, and my oldest brother started playing baseball. And when I was about like 4 or 5, I played like t-ball or like coach pitch, and I knew I was like automatic love for the game, and I thought it was just super fun and something I wanted to do, and it's kind of taken me this far. So yeah,
for sure. Do you have any memories of Scotland at all?
No, actually, I moved away when I was 2, so I don't remember much.
Okay, because that'd been kind of cool little side note to all of this. So that's crazy. I did some Instagram sleuthing as well, and I see you played football as well. So I'm curious. Give us a scouting report on Calum Andersen, the football player.
Oh, I'd say definitely a pocket passer or QB, not a scrambler type of guy.
Awesome. Was quarterback your only position, or did you play other positions when you were on the gridiron?
Yeah, quarterback and defensive back were my 2.
Very cool. When did it turn for you? When you were like, okay, football's cool, but I really want to focus on the baseball side and devote my attention to that?
Definitely when Coach McTavish Vauxhall Academy asked me to come out and join the team for the 2024 fall. I knew baseball always is what I wanted to do, and that kind of settled it.
Absolutely. Looking back on it, and you're still in the midst of it now, but what's that program mean to you?
It means a lot. You take pride in putting on the jersey and keeping your good attitude and being a better person and better player. And I think it's a great opportunity, and everyone should look into it if they are taking baseball serious.
Was it much of a culture shock for you to go from big city Calgary living to the smaller center in Vauxhall, and having Lethbridge being kind of the closest big city experience?
A little bit, yeah. But I would say being in the small town with the small community, but it's all tight knit and everyone supports you and tries to make you the best person you can be. So I think it's a great community. Yeah.
Absolutely. Looking back on the young baseball career to this point, do you have any favorite memories or moments where you had to take that step back and go, man, can't believe I get to do this?
I think definitely in the Lethbridge tournament with Vauxhall, I had to start a game against AHP, and I ended up throwing a perfect game. And I just thought I can't believe I'm allowed to. I have the opportunity to do this, and it's just amazing. I can really put forward my skill, and hopefully the team can understand that, and I'm able to help the team out.
For sure. Take us back to that game. What was working for you? Because it's one thing to throw a no-no. It's another to go 27 ups, 27 down, or 21 up, 21 down.
I mean, during the game, until like the third inning, I realized that I wasn't going out of the stretch. I was out of the full the whole time, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of unusual." But yeah, like that game, it was just like if I wanted a fastball in the outside corner, it was right there, and I could just throw whatever pitch with absolute conviction. And I thought it was just baseball felt really easy that day.
I can only imagine. On the flip side, we all know baseball is a game of failures. So what's been maybe the biggest challenge or hurdle that you've had to overcome over your journey so far?
I'd say trying to just like with being so young, trying to play up, you kind of have to, all those guys are more experienced and have seen good stuff and have played good baseball. So you kind of need to play to their level and try to play above that.
How much of it is, especially at Vauxhall, you've got that I'll call it the learning experience, again, that kind of sponge idea, right? Because you've had some guys who are lighting it up. You look at it, an Adam Macko or Garrett Hawkins. I know Les likes to talk about some of those guys and show you that there is a path to this. How much do you look to those kinds of guys and go, hey, I can do that too at some point?
Yeah. Every day at Vauxhall, I go past the Reno Litzy plaque, and it has all those names on it, and you kind of one day hope that your name can be up there too, and just follow in their footsteps and hopefully try to be better. But they're still amazing, and they're good role models to focus on.
We talked a little bit about the schooling thing. You're uncommitted at this point. I'm sure that won't last very long, and you're still young. You're still 15, so there's still some time. But have you started thinking about what that looks like, whether it's from a schooling perspective and what program you want to take, or on the baseball side, what it is you want to focus on, or what kinds of programs you want to be a part of at some point?
I hopefully be a part of obviously U.S. college baseball, but be a part of a program that actually will take me in and develop me, and I don't have to leave, or just be like one with the team, like a team aspect, and get better and develop.
Mm-hmm. On the schooling side of things, not that you want to focus on that, but you do have to say, hey, I want to do some classes too. Have you given any thought as to what you want to take?
Honestly, not yet. I was thinking of being an orthodontist until I found out it was like 8 years of school. So that's a little much for me, but yeah.
That's fair. And again, you got tons of time, so no rush by any stretch of the imagination. And you can always change things up along the line too. So fantastic stuff. A couple more for you before we let you go, Calum. And they're kind of standard across the board here on the show. When you got those young kids who are starting up at Vauxhall, or they're just starting out on their baseball journey and they want to be like you, or they want to get to that next level, what's that one piece of advice, those words of wisdom that you like to impart upon them?
I'd say just always have have the ability to let go. If you have a bad outing, it's not the end of the world, and just let go and forget, because you always have more ahead of you.
Absolutely. And the final one, what does the game of baseball mean to you?
It means everything. I think it's my life, and hopefully I can make a career out of it and go to school for it. And I think it's just the best game on earth.
Well, it's been fantastic getting a chance to hear a little bit about your journey as well, Calum. Congrats on all the success you've had at this point. Continued success at Vauxhall, at all the events coming up and beyond. And again, thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks again to Carter Roth, Kai Langford, Brett Getz, Ethan Webster, and Calum Andersen for joining us this week. And thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. A tip of the cap as well to Ian, who celebrated a birthday last weekend by taking his family to Medicine Hat to see that game. And thanks to the Wilson family for letting him do a little work on the side of what sounds like a phenomenal day at the ballpark. A bit of a programming note, as my family is taking our yearly excursion to BC for some summer downtime next week. Now, we will still have a new episode ready for you on Thursday as usual, but I'll be recording it over the next couple of days, so we won't have our usual news off the top. We will have some great conversations, though, including a few more from the Canada Day festivities. And after that, get ready, because we'll be getting you set up for the WCBL All-Star Game festivities in Okotoks July 19th. The rosters are set to be unveiled soon, plus some other announcements, so stay tuned to our socials for all of those as they play out. Now's about that time where we thank our platinum supporters, the Okotoks Dogs, Under the Lights Sports and Entertainment, and the Western Canadian Baseball League for all they do for us and for the game in Alberta. For more on our tremendous teammates or to join our roster of sponsors, head to albertadugoutstories.com/supporters. Until next time, thank you for all of your support online, on social, and on air of Alberta Dugout Stories.